Welcome, Shady Peeps, to another episode of the Shady Lewdcast. I am your boy Shades, and today we're going to be taking going to be talking to DornVA. DornVA has done a number of sexy voice recordings for the lewd video game and comic community. She's done a number of comics, especially over at Dojins.com, but I actually can't keep up with the amount of stuff that she works on, because that's how much stuff she does, from animations to webcomics to YouTube videos and even songs. She's been doing music as well, and she is a powerhouse of the lewd community. Hello, Dawn. How are you today?
I'm excited.
Why are you excited?
Because you're talking in my ear. And it's so hot.
This is a special ASMR edition of the Shady Lewdcast.
Oh my god. Yay! I'm so happy to be a part of it.
So how are you doing? It's been a long time since you and I spoke, because we speak a lot, but how have you been?
Awesome. I'm full of vigor.
Oh. Full of vigor, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. What made you full of vigor?
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Well, do you really want the real answer?
Well, yeah, I kind of do, because nobody just says the word vigor.
All right, okay. So I used to be not interested in dildos and stuff, but for some reason I turned this mental corner, and I just happen to have an odd assortment of dildos laying around. Don't even ask why. But there's this monster one with all kinds of like protrusions and shit. And it's like multicolored and quite large. And when it first came into my life, I was really I was not happy about it. I was like, "Oh my god, I hate it." Yep. But a couple weeks ago, I was in the mood. I wanted to get fucked by a monster. I shit you not. Okay. And it was... So anyways, I'm full of vigor because I'm full of monster dick.
I was going to say you're full of a monster dick is what it sounded like. Oh my god. So...
Right. It's very hot. I can't even get it all the way in.
Well, imagining it the size alone, the way that you just described it, and the fact that you're, by the way, can I just say, you made it sound like when he stepped into my life, as if there was a knock at your door and you opened it and there was just this giant monster dildo just standing there with like a little suitcase.
Ugh. I just love it. I love it. I see these little animations that some of my buddies get to voice. And there was one that Ivan Erection did the audio for, and I think Lady Lestria voiced it. But there were all these frickin' orcs, or they were like long skeleton-y monster things, and they were just fucking the shit out of this girl, and you could tell like she'd been there for a while. Like her makeup was running, and it was just this dark cave, and it was so hot. So I needed to get in on it, and I am full of vigor now. Who knew? You know?
Who knew? Who knew? I mentioned that you did a lot of stuff for Dojins, but what is some of your other works that you've done?
That's a good question. When you were listing off stuff, I was like, oh yeah. So I have a terrible memory, but I don't really want to forget anything. I got to be a part of something I was really excited about. It's a project titled Amy's Wish, I think.
Yep.
I believe that's the title of it. It's 3D Fuda animation with heavy story and heavy character. And that's my jam. So I'm excited. And my character, the role I get to voice is, she's kind of gross and crude and normal, but even kind of cringy for normal people. I don't know. There's this one part where I don't know if I think I can tell. I think it's going to be released like this week or something on the public. But she just scratches her balls and then sniffs her hand out. And I love it. And I think I was doing some test audio for that.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, it's so perfect. I'm cringing and blushing and I love it. I'm like, hey, baby, that's what I'm...
I actually just forgot completely
gosh.
that you're also in Shady Lewd Kart, and you play a few characters as well.
I'm super excited about that.
Yeah, you play Ferenia and you play Mindy. And you'll be the voice of Detour as well.
Which is, it's all exciting. Your project is so cool.
Oh, thank you.
It's one of those projects. It's really one of those projects that if you see the casting call going around on Twitter, it's one that you quickly share with all of your friends. Like, guys, check it out. I don't know how to explain it, but when shit looks cool, you're just dying to be a part of it. Hey, I mean it, and I love how you resonate, and your personality is kind of interspersed throughout it all, and it just makes it. It's more than a game. It's more than a game.
Thank you so much.
It's really cool. It's its own genre. It's fun, light porn. I don't know how to explain it. It's just fun.
Oh, thank you.
It's pretty cool.
So I wanted to ask you, because we're now talking about voice acting, what got you into doing voice acting?
Well, I've been doing it ever since I was a small kid. I've always been fucking around. And I've always had that desire to be a cartoon, so here we are. Yeah, I'm not, my answers are so lame.
No, that is completely okay. Like, at the end of the day, it's more about the, just trying to get to the core, the center core of you. And I mean, look, I know I've been there, but the viewers haven't.
Yeah, I like to fuck around. I like to play a lot, and not trying to make a career out of it financially. I really just want to party, and I love it. It's so fulfilling to me, and I explored voice acting for years in a different way. I didn't really know what I was doing, and I kind of got into a higher tier, if you wanna. I don't know how to explain it, but I was auditioning for larger profile gigs. I got some. One of my first jobs was in a Minecraft game, and you know, it's whatever. But I was miserable. I was not having fun. I didn't know anyone. Like, I didn't have any acquaintances, and I wasn't really growing, and I didn't know how to grow. So anyway. This isn't even answering your question.
No, it is answering the question, for sure. Do you still do safe for work gigs as well as not safe for work gigs?
Yep, I do. Yes, I do.
Do you find that hard to separate both of them, or do you still do them together?
I do them together. I do too many. In fact, just last night I was scolding myself because I told myself, this year, I'm not starting anything new. I'm going to finish all the things I started last year, which is a lot, and I'm super excited about it. So it's like, yeah, I'm going to accomplish some stuff, and it's going to be good stuff. It's going to be cool stuff. And I've been auditioning like a motherfucker. Like, I can't stop.
Yeah, but I think that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Ultimately, it is, because for every 10 auditions, for every 20 auditions, maybe even more, you get one role. So the way I see it is I'm just keeping up with the rhythm. It's working, I guess. I have gotten some cool roles recently.
No, yeah. Well, I mean, you have. And like you said, last year has been your big year to grow. I feel like I know this answer already. Which do you prefer? Do you prefer not safe for work roles or safe for work roles?
Oh, that's such a good question. Right now, and I have to admit, not safe for work it's so much more fun. I can really go get wild for obvious reasons. Sometimes that's exactly what I'm asked to do. But there's just so much less pressure, and I don't know why. Maybe it's because sex voice work just comes more naturally to me. I don't know. But it's I guess it's a bit of a smaller community, and I think because weirdly enough, and maybe I'm gonna just say some inaccurate shit, so forgive me, but because of its taboo nature and its less quote unquote socially acceptable, this whole NSFW realm,
Mm-hmm.
it I just feel so much more at ease.
Mm-hmm.
And the work is invigorating. I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know. I feel much more free, and I do secure a lot more roles. So that's always it boosts my confidence. It boosts my self-esteem.
Well, that leads me into my next
Yeah.
question, being that I want to
hmm
know what is the funnest role that you've done so far. And I know that's a hard question to ask.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry. I know that's super lame.
No, hey, look, that's pretty
Uh,
much what most of the voice actors and actresses have said so far, is that they can't
oh,
decide. And that's a good thing, I think, because then you're not really picking,
mm,
you're just sort of going through the motions at this point.
mm. I I get into them all. Like there was one I remember. It was it's something I didn't even repost myself because I'm a little selective about stuff that I'm in
Mhm.
and how I want to represent myself. So I actually really get into just about every role that I'm honored to have.
Yeah.
But there was this one role where I was playing two women, and one was this little submissive German girl, and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with most dialects. So I was just, and this was a commission for a friend, so I felt pretty chill about it, and they assured me, like, oh, don't worry about it, just do your best. I'm like, okay. And so, and I just had a blast. She came out much better than I thought she would.
Oh,
It
okay.
was so weird, but silly and fun and kind of sexy. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And
What
my first dojin that I got to do was MILF one.
I was gonna say though, like saying that with your, especially like that role, what is the like? And I've heard it from everyone, and it's always different from everyone. What is the warm up
Mm.
routine that you do before you get into the booth? What sounds do you make? What things do you do to get your vocal cords ready in order to record?
That's a great question. I bet that has a lot of fun answers. And the way I approach it is different for each
Mhm.
job. It really depends. So I'm not as disciplined as some others, and I think there's a lot to be said for people who do have a routine and a solid warm up thing. And I do have some fallback warm up exercises that I do. But just to be really honest, 9 times out of 10, I sit down. I don't even read the script. I press record, make sure my levels are okay so I can
Mhm.
scream if I have to. And I try it. And usually I go with my first or second voice, and
Mhm.
then I just go. I
Okay.
just fucking go. Now, if so that's some of the time for non-specified characters. But if if I'm voicing Satsuki from Kill la Kill or something like that, I don't even know if I pronounced her name right. Oh my god. I'll look up the voice references,
Mhm.
and I'll repeat. I'll chase the voice actress in the video, and I feel weirdly confident in my ability to do that. I actually sometimes I try to avoid auditioning for roles that are can you sound like this character, because I feel like I can nail the audition because I can get into that voice real quickly. I
Yeah.
can imitate doom doom doom, no problem. But to do a full script as that character requires more than that. You should know their nuances, their inflections, their habitual breathing and phrasing and all these wonderful, wonderful things that make them who they are.
Mhm.
So it's a weird conundrum to be in, and I know that's straying away from your question,
No,
but
no, that's
yeah,
completely
for those
that's
roles,
a I can completely understand that for sure.
my favorite warm up though I have to say is when I'm trying to emulate a Japanese voice actress for the same role, which I
Mhm.
think I've had to do for you for Shady Lewd Kart.
Mhm.
and it's great. That's always fun because I don't speak Japanese, but their tone has a musicality, so they'll say some words, and I'm just like, you know, and I'll just try to ride their tone. And so I'll just, you know, make noises like da-da-da-da-da-da until I feel like, okay, I'm in their zone, and then I'll try to say the line. It's fun. That's a fun and weird. And there's probably a name for that method. I don't know, but I am just starting out. So anyways, that's the long answer.
Oh, I loved it. What inspiration? Well, I was going to ask, my next question was going to be, actually, no, I can ask this question next. In your circle of voice actors and actresses, who would you consider to be your biggest inspirations?
Hands down.
Hands down.
Silky Milk. Hands down, pants down.
Hands down, pants down. Okay.
Bra off. Oh my God. Yeah, Silky Milk. She is, she's incredible. She's incredible. Not only is she a master of dialect, but she is supreme. She's got a supreme spectrum of voices that she can authentically pull off. Her ability to emote, whatever. Her abilities to be present and devoted to the lines as they were written, to seriously bring them to life. It comes so naturally to her that you don't even realize it. So she's one of those people that tricks us all into thinking, oh yeah, hey, I want to be a voice actor, because she makes it. It just, she is the culmination of everything I hope to be.
Well, you're definitely getting there.
I adore her.
What do you do when you're not voice acting? What is something you do that you enjoy when you're not behind the microphone? Because I know that this isn't your main job, but what is something that you do when you're not doing this?
I do a ton. It's ridiculous. I cosplay. Actually got a convention coming up in a few weeks, and I'm getting ready for that. I'm really weirdly passionate about it, and I love it. I draw, not that well, but I love my weird style, and so I started a webtoon. This year I'm making a webtoon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's really exciting. I'm actually kind of waiting. Well, that sounds a little arrogant, but one day somebody might make the connection between my webtoon and my not safe for work voice acting persona. Okay. That's what I'm going to say about that. Yeah, so I do that, and then I also I dub a webtoon. I actually dub two, so that's ridiculous, but I do some video editing, and I've done a lot of growing in the last year with that, so that's a little crazy. I feel like there's something else I do, and I'm not even... Too much stuff. I love it all, though. I can't put it down. Oh, I'm a writer, too. I do a fuck ton of writing.
You do. That's kind of how we met, was through your writing.
Yes, it is. It's been a while since I've given you an update, by the way.
Yeah, I'd need an update, because you said that we got to the end of the story at that point.
Yeah, it's continued just a bit.
Yes.
But yeah, baby.
Awesome.
My babies. Yeah. So I think there's probably a few other things I didn't mention, but I have too many things that I do. But I refuse to give any of them up because I love them all.
What is a role that you would die for?
Oh my gosh. That is such a good question. Holy shit. I think it's really 50-50. And maybe one day I'll be lucky enough to do both in the same anime. I do like animation and cartoons and things like that. But I would love to be, this is so dweeby, but I don't care. But I would love it if Dorn actually came to fruition and there was this terrible, sexy, evil-ass villain. I want her to just manifest publicly, more so than Shady is. So yeah, that's what I want. And I also really like young shonen boy protagonists. I I would love to voice a young boy, and I know that's not actually very sexy, but it's so much fun. Oh my God, it's so much fun to do.
Considering that you seem like you've been around the block a few times, no pun intended.
Have I?
What what advice would you give to people who want to get into voice acting?
Do it right now.
That's the most sharp answer I've ever heard.
Seriously, there's literally nothing stopping anyone from, just about anyone, from doing it today. So, all you need is something to record on. A lot of people record on their phone. And it's quality. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, I found a really easy to use free website that, a ton of auditions, casting calls for projects, on each side of the spectrum. And so you can just go and play there. I don't know if it's okay to mention that website.
No, you can if you like.
I don't see any harm in it, but it's that's my that's it's Casting Call Club.
Casting Call Club, yep.
That's what it is. Yeah, it's great. I really got going when I found that site, and I'm pretty grateful to those guys. It's nice. It's real great. And they're always working to improve it too, because it's got its new whatever. But yeah, and I have talked to a few people. One of my brothers, I have several brothers, and he had a friend who was like, I want to do that, and I said, give him my contact information. And so the first thing I was like, okay, dude, do you have a phone? You can start today. Like, let's go. And people are like, oh, I'm not ready. But yeah, just do it. Just start. And it sucks because I don't think a lot of people want to dive into something they don't know about, don't understand, aren't quote unquote good at. But the thing about at least voice acting, and I think this is true for drawing and other arts as well, you just learn by doing.
Just by repetition, over and over again, sort of thing.
Yeah, the 10,000 hours, yeah. And it's great if you can make other friends and connections to, people who are slightly above your level, so that you can ask them questions and aspire, to be at their level. And then there's great to have people who you can totally relate to, who are also starting off, making mistakes, feeling insecure, feeling awkward, still chasing the dream, because it's a little bit of a struggle to feel a bit awkward and not as good as somebody else, but it's just too fun to give up. And I really think that's probably true for dancing and singing and illustration and all of these things. But yeah, just do it.
Do it.
Yeah, have fun. Don't take yourself seriously. Holy shit, don't take yourself seriously. The best auditions I do are the ones where I don't give a fuck, even for high profile gigs. It's like, yeah, I really want the role. That's fine, but let's face it. More often than not, people don't get the role, and it's not because they're skilled necessarily. The director has a certain sound in their head. You simply just might not match that sound. So having said that, fuck it. I'm going to hit record. I'm going to fuck around a little bit. Then I'm going to send it in. And then I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it again. And it's fun! It's fun.
Speaking of fun, by the way, I do have a game to play with you. I play this game with all the voice actresses that I interview. It is a sort of a sentence style game where I'm going to give you a randomly generated sentence and you have to say it in different voices.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's a randomly randomly generated, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to post it in the Patreon chat so you can actually see it, and then what I'll do is I'll tell you how to say it, like I'll give you different ways to say it. So the sentence is, utter nonsense wants to set things right. And the first way you have to say it is you have to say it feisty.
Okay. Okay. Now, who do you want to say it? That's the fun part. Do you want Fuck it. I'll just make
this is completely in your ball court.
Right. It all is, baby. All right. Utter nonsense wants to set things right.
Okay, now say it sultry.
Oh, shit. Okay. Utter nonsense wants to set things right.
Shy.
Utter nonsense wants to set things right.
Okay. An English voice.
Utter nonsense wants to set things right.
Every time you speak English, I feel like we're in Harry Potter. It is so good.
Thank you. Stop.
No, seriously, I gotta get you to do some stuff with that voice. Seriously.
No, seriously.
It's so good.
Do some stuff with that voice. Seriously.
Evil.
Utter nonsense wants to set things right.
Goofy.
Utter nonsense wants... That's so mean that I go to Southern. I feel cruel. I feel so mean.
No, it's a voice impression. It's not being cruel.
Let's see. All right, I'll just finish it. Utter nonsense wants to set... Utter nonsense wants to set things right. That was terrible. That was so
well,
bad.
You can make it up with manly.
I gotta, like, fucking get my pectorals on. Hold on a second. Utter nonsense wants to set... no pausing. Men don't pause.
No, we don't.
Utter nonsense wants to set things right.
All right, and the final one, which
I want to hear all the other voice actors.
Oh, well, and that's the great thing. They've all done different... Well, I think my favorite one still has been Clover's one, but everyone's done a different one. And then and then with the video game developers, I actually get them to make a video game with a bunch of random words that I give them.
Oh, that's fun. I can't wait to hear Clover's. I'm going to have to listen to that.
This is the final one, and this is going to be a hard one. It is a monster.
Oh, good. All right. Get out of my fucking chair for this shit. All right. Utter nonsense. Wants to set things right.
Oh my god. That scared the shit out of me. That scared me so much. Whoa. Dude, I
auditioned. I had this really kick-ass audition, and I love to fuck around and audition for characters that I might not, quote-unquote, supposed to be auditioning for.
Yeah.
So there was this ancient, forgotten swamp monster thing, and it's this really gross-looking ball of shit with one eye. And I'm like, I'm gonna fucking do that.
That's great.
I'm gonna fucking do that. Yeah, it is fun. I think those are the funnest ones to do. God, I don't know. Yay! I'm glad you liked it.
I loved it. That was amazing. That was I'm gonna be honest with you. That's the best monster I've had so far, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Well, thank you so much for playing my little game. It's always fun. I feel like it sort of breaks the ice towards the end. And I know, unfortunately, we're at the end. But what I want you to do is I want you to whore yourself out and tell everybody where they can find your work, where they can support you, and where they can listen to your stuff.
Okay. Gosh. Let's see here. I'm looking on my... all right. I'm not good at actually voicing links. I don't know how people are supposed to say, Twitter, blah, blah, blah. But yeah. Twitter.com/DornVA is where you can message me, contact me, and there's a few links on there to Dorn's Kitchen and Dorn's Pantry and my Patreon. And those are the main ones. Those are mainly what I do. I had a really cute little radio show for a while on SoundCloud.com/Dorn-VA, but I refuse to pay SoundCloud to upload, buy more minutes, so that's ridiculous. But
yeah, can I be honest with you? I've actually been listening to your radio show that you've been doing.
Oh, I miss it. I think what I'll do, I've got so many things I do, it's ridiculous, but I think I'll continue to do it on the Patreon. And the Patreon is really fun. I just want to tell you guys that there are no tiers. You show up, you tip $1, come and go as you please. It's fine. I'm not counting or watching or, you know, keeping track of who's coming and going. But I'm just going to post whatever I want, when I want. And, yeah, come and party with me there. And hopefully I'll continue Dorn's Radio there. Because I enjoy doing that. And
I was going to ask what happens in the kitchen, in the pantry, for people that don't know.
Oh, that's fun. So Dorn's Kitchen is all material that I've written myself and stuff that I enjoy. So, I like dominatrix material, so I write some dominatrix, you know, and so there's MILF stuff, and it's small at the moment, but I've got a ton of stuff in works to release this year, and so that's all Dorn's Kitchen is just stuff that I make because I like it, and you might like it too. And then Dorn's Pantry is that material in addition to things I've been commissioned to do by other people that came out rather well and things like that. So you can just kind of hear more of what I do and purchase it if you like. But yeah, I'm just here to party, and I'm partying with you.
You are, and it's been an absolute pleasure to finally have this interview with you, because you are one of the most amazing people that I've worked with in 2019.
Baby.
And if you peeps want to support Dorn, go check out our links. I'm going to put them in the description. I'll put them in the comments. I'll put them everywhere. And if you got any questions, leave them in the comments and stuff. But until next time, I'm Shades, and this has been the Shady Lewdcast. Good night, everyone.
Night.